Today on CCX News, election season heats up. We look at one local race already receiving national attention. The U.S. House race in Minnesota's 3rd Congressional District continues to attract new candidates. Reporter Delane Cleveland takes a closer look.
That's why I ran for Congress.
Since 2019, Minnesota's 3rd Congressional District has been occupied by Dean Phillips. But last November,
I'm Dean Phillips, and I'm running for President of the United States of America.
Phillips announced he wouldn't seek re-election in order to make a run for president.
He's been a surprising person for the last year or so.
Hamlin political science professor David Schultz says that move essentially alienated Phillips from the rest of his party.
With his criticisms of Biden, Governor Walz, Klobuchar, and so forth, it would be very, very difficult, if nearly impossible, I would say at this point, if he decided to come back and run for a seat. But that's not going to happen.
As a result, that district now has a slew of candidates vying to take his place. On the Democratic side, there's Democratic National Committee member Ron Harris and current state senator Kelly Morrison. On the Republican side, former Hennepin County Commissioner and state legislator Tad Jude is joined by Blaze Hardy, Brad Kohler, Jamie Page, and Quentin Whitrock.
I think there's so many people vying for it because the fact is it is an open seat, and an open seat in the House of Representatives is an incredible rarity.
Currently, the Republicans have a 6-seat majority in the U.S. House. And according to Schultz, Dean Phillips' seat is one of only 30 nationwide that are truly in play, which means it will get significant national attention.
And I'll go out on a limb. I'm going to suspect we're going to see $25 to $30 million, if not more, spent between the political parties, the candidates, and outside groups to try to win this seat.
For one of the candidates to win what's now considered a swing district, Schultz says it will likely come down to issues like abortion, immigration, and the economy.
Finding where the center is and where the center is on these issues is going to be key to a victory for any of these candidates.
Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
Bringing new business to Brooklyn Center is a key focus for local state representative Samantha Vang. Shannon Slatton sat down with her in today's Newsmakers.
I'm hoping to spur the business development in Brooklyn Center. It's definitely, we see around the city a lot of vacant lots and vacant buildings. And I know from the community would like to see more things in Brooklyn Center, more things to do and more things to just be together and have a community. And so that's kind of the focus of this year in terms of bonding dollars, is to look at for potential developers and projects that could help spur that business growth. There's definitely bonding projects from last year that got funded already, and so for this year I definitely want to focus on the business development area.
And Brooklyn Center really is a prime location, so the hope is you can market that.
That's definitely correct. Brooklyn Center is prime location. There's no reason for a business to not be here. I think the support, we can do more at the state and at the city level, so to continue to encourage that growth here.
All right. And I know this year you are chair of the Agriculture Committee. What are you going to be working on with that?
Yeah, so this year it's a policy year, so we don't have a lot of new money, and it's not a budget year, so we'll be focused a lot on oversight, looking at how the agencies have been implementing the funds and investments that we made from last year. And then this year, over the interim, we've had the EPA alerted the state agencies to respond to the nitrate levels, especially around southeast Minnesota. And so this has to do with more about making sure communities have access to clean water and drinking water, and looking at how the states are working together, the agencies are working together to make sure that communities have good water and clean water, and water quality is still top of mind. And nitrates will be something that we will talk about a little bit in committee, to look at how what is the long-term solution to make sure that nitrates aren't at a high level that risks our drinking water.
Absolutely. I know the session just got started, but how's it feeling so far?
So far, so good. Last year was definitely very fast paced, so this year I hope it'll be at a much slower pace, and hopefully we get to at least take our time to talk about important issues and do a lot of good policy work.
All right, Representative Samantha Vang from Brooklyn Center, thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
One of Hennepin County's smallest libraries has seen some big changes. Here's Kevin Miller.
So checking out a book, we have our self-check station, and so you simply just take your library card,
A quick beep,
scan your card,
a book under the scanner,
place your item,
and it's a done deal.
you're ready to check out. It's that easy.
At the self-service Osseo library, there's no shushing librarians that glare over the desk. In fact, there's no staff on site at all.
December of 2023.
Hennepin County Library Director Scott Dimstra says it's been that way since last September, when the library expanded its hours and changed its operating model.
We actually took the staff that were at this location and moved them to our Maple Grove Library, where there was increased demand for staffing needs.
Located in Osseo City Hall, it's the only self-service library in the county. That means library visitors can drop off or pick up books on their own. It started as a 4-month experiment, and this whole nobody to check you out thing, it checks out.
For me, it's amazing. Circulation did increase, increased by just over about 700 checkouts.
That's a 52% increase over the previous year. But beyond books, the library saw more people using computers.
Where we saw a huge increase is access to public computers. So public computers increased by 176%.
With security cameras in place, safety hasn't been an issue.
We started this project in September of 2023, and we haven't had any incidents yet.
So for the future, the library is staying self-serve.
Osseo Library has those 42 hours per week, and it will still have that self-service model going forward.
In Osseo, Kevin Miller, CCX News.